Burritos.
Okay, this is Talking with Burritos. And in this episode, we're going to give you guys our top 10 movies of the summer. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do?
Just start with our number 10.
You want to go just down the line?
Just, we each say each number.
All right, then.
So what's your number 10?
All right, number 10 would be Star Trek.
Yeah.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it just for the fact that no, I think the headphones is okay. Hold on,
it's all good.
The headphones are loud, so I say Star Trek because it was an enjoyable movie just for the summer and had everything I pretty much liked in the series. They kept the entry. They give you at the beginning, they give you a mission. There's something introduced, and then that thing becomes the object of desire of someone within that universe. And then you deal with the characters and the emotions and all that stuff and trials and tribulations on how to get from this point to that point and get that thing back or to solve whatever problem, internal debate or, struggle the crew deals with. But it was very nostalgic of like some of the older films and TV show. So I very much enjoyed that film because and plus the graphics and it's always good with Bad Robot in that series. They really do take it to a certain level and then really surpass it. It's pretty good. So
yeah, I still haven't watched it.
Oh, really?
Haven't had any interest on it.
Really?
So,
no. Yeah. And I hate that, they tried to make it a little bit more emotional than it was, but Spock, and Leonard Nimoy had passed some time ago. So, well within the early stages of production of this film, I believe. And then, you did have the Anton Yelchin thing, but yet that emotion wasn't there until afterwards because, he just recently died before the actual premiere of the movie. It was
maybe a week or two.
Yeah, maybe about 2 weeks before the movie was actually out. So, but yet you could tell that it was there and kind of just hanging over the film. There was an air of just sadness. And plus, the actual storyline included something like that, crew being broken up, for the most part. So it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. My number 10 is Suicide Squad.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the way down to 10,
Hey, I watched 23 movies, so it's like to be on the list, technically. Yeah. No, it's not even lucky. There's plenty of good movies. But it was, I had to look through my list, and I had to think, this one is the blockbuster of these ones.
Oh, really?
All the movies I put on here. Because I didn't really put too many blockbusters on my list. Like this and maybe one other blockbusters. Like the others are not the actual assigned blockbuster name. They're other movies, know. But Suicide Squad, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun watching the whole thing. But going through it in the head, it's a very flawed movie. But it's still a fun flick to watch through and through,
definitely, yeah.
If you want to hear more, listen to one of the other podcasts.
Yeah, that's Talking with Burritos 48, I believe.
I believe it's 48, yeah.
All right. So I'm going with my number 9. It's going to be Ghostbusters because I enjoyed that movie. I really did. I just enjoyed it for what it was worth. And, I went in with very low expectations.
I think a lot of people went in with low expectations.
And I just came away okay, I can see this as I can get behind these characters. I would like to see another one. We most likely won't get another one, but I enjoyed it for for their bold attempt to. To reestablish something that is, something that was just a franchise that's so beloved by so many, and that is going to be very hard to recreate and get people involved, and to make without. I don't know if it was the girl aspect because I think even if it was done with males, it would have still encountered that backlash. Oh, this is not like the original. Something would have been wrong with it,
Yeah. People would have still bitched and moaned as they
Oh,
always do.
definitely.
So,
yeah. As we always do. Because
I think it just got a
feel
lot
entitled.
I think it just got I think it got a bit extra flack just because of the girls. Because, you know, we're all sexist pigs out there.
Pretty much, yes. You know.
Yeah, did I ever tell you what
didn't
the
help.
first review on IMDb is on that?
What?
It's a 1-star review saying this is the most man-hating movie out there. And I'm like, what movie did you watch?
What movie did he watch?
I know, right?
They were just okay. They were having fun, and I enjoyed that.
Exactly.
That they were having fun, and that there was an inside joke, you know, and everyone was a part of it. And you, as the audience, was, you know, they were hoping that you would be a part of it as well, instead of like maybe taking it to heart like that gentleman or person or whatever. So,
all right, number 9 for me, The Shallows.
oh yeah,
Yeah, you know, this was a good kind of throwback to like the Jaws and the good shark movie, you know? And
Yes.
at first when I left the theater, I was like, that was just all right. But the more I dwelled on it, it was really just a fun flick that, you know, one shark, one woman, fight for survival, you know? And it really did it just really came together and made a pretty good, decent little horror flick, you know? And I really enjoyed it. You know, it's like the true summer movie because like in the way of Jaws was, you know?
Okay, yeah.
You know, it was kind of a sleeper hit because it made its money really well,
It did,
you know?
yeah. Mhm.
And, you know, I mean, it was a really cheap production. I mean, there were like, what, 5 actors?
Yeah. Which was good, yeah.
I know. And
because it gave
kept it tight.
yeah.
And it was just a really fun movie, you know? It's the summer flick.
Gotcha.
You know?
Then my number 8 would be The Shallows. Just for that particular reason, I thought that it was very well constructed of a film as far as giving you the suspense elements that you need in that sort of environment. You know, you just had that one person and this one damn shark who was just, I'm like, I'm going to eat you. Right. I think you're a threat. And, you know, the thing is with me is that surprisingly enough, they were able to justify the shark's actions, you know, without like really just saying like, just no, seriously, giving you without saying like, oh, look, it's just a shark and a girl. And so this shark is just going to come out there. Well,
no, it felt like a shark and a girl movie, but it did.
But, you know, but yet they did frame it into they gave it an excuse like why this shark was tormenting her. It's like you were a threat. You were around this food. It did not know who you were.
It wouldn't have stayed that long.
Yeah, well, see, but yet
they did give you a little bit of, you know, suspension of disbelief on that.
Yeah, but it was something. It was something to go off of instead of like I'm just hunting you down. Because at first I thought I came out. Wait,
then why would it attack the guy on the beach then?
Oh, because he was food.
But he was on the beach.
He didn't. He was on the beach. He came out.
No,
he came out into the water.
The drunk guy.
Yeah,
no, I thought he was on the beach.
He thought he was her.
No, I don't think you're not framing it well enough.
You never know. He thought he was in attack mode.
And you know
he
what?
wanted the girl. What? Somebody
that
was in the
perfect
water.
Time for her to get off the rock because that shark was drunk now.
Yeah, so he was drunken
with all that blood alcohol.
Yeah, but
I know the movie's flawed, but I really do enjoy it.
Oh no, exactly. Yeah. It's just like a lot of these, you know, summer, you know, just like a lot of those movies, you know, as long as you can get some enjoyment out of it, they're not going to be perfect, especially a summer movie because more of it is framed around trying to entertain you rather than impress you.
Yeah. So
I thought it was cool. And Blake Lively is always lovely as possible. And in my opinion, she's a very nice looking woman. But yeah, she gave a pretty good
really good performance.
You know,
she did.
Only qualms I had with it was some of the directing issues. And I think it was a lot of editing. Yeah. Where they did a lot of the slow-mo stuff and they just kept doing it. And it's like, all right, now you're just beating us over the head with it.
Well, they needed to extend the movie time.
They really, it seemed like that.
Movie
we need to stress
really
this
short,
joint. It was like 120 with some change, you know? And so like they could have easily made it like 115 by taking out all of these like slow motion. I had to see you wading in the water. Oh, look, there's a wave. And I'm about to wave that. And then I'm going to mocap you and put your face over it, over somebody else. You know, so some of those things I could have done without because it would have led me to believe more, you know. You know, it took me out of the whole like, oh, this movie was created in the studio, you know, type of thing. Rather, you know, give me that Jaws element with that practical effect. You know, let's just say she's actually out there. Maybe she's just not that good of a surfer, but they had to like, oh, she is an expert surfer. She knows everything. So, but she knows how to take a wave. It's like,
Right.
okay, and fuck up a shark apparently.
Right. All right. My number 8 was Lights Out.
Okay, yeah.
It's just, it was a very huge summer for horror movies, for horror and thriller flicks.
Mm-hmm.
And Lights Out was one of the ones I was pretty excited about because the trailer actually scared me. The movie didn't really live up to my expectations personally, but I still had a really good time. The atmosphere I had in the theater I was in, because it was so cold, really helped, I think, because I had goosebumps all over the whole time because I was freezing. But, I don't know if that added to the experience or not, but I really enjoyed it. It was just a simple movie, just simple horror flick with a lady who wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
When the lights were out. Black light.
That I tried to put that on my list, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
it just wasn't as scary to me as I wanted to be, but I did like the performances.
Oh my gosh, everyone gave a good performance. Everyone was very likable.
Yeah.
There was almost no one who wasn't likable.
And they had a real likable guy, like third party.
Who we thought was going to die.
Should have died,
but didn't,
they
and
kept
it was
him.
really cool.
They kept him in, and it was logical. And
it played with the tropes, and it played with them like to their advantage of like twisting it, but also stuck to their guns of the tropes of like, oh, scary moment's going to come in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, there he
face.
is. Definitely. So I was pretty good with that. I like that one. That was a good flick.
It was an enjoyable movie.
It was enjoyable, but it just didn't make me. It just wouldn't I just could not put it on my list as like something that I rated.
I can understand.
Yeah. But yeah, I did enjoy it.
Yeah,
enough. I enjoyed it enough. Wait. Oh no,
I'm just waiting for number 7.
I'm going for 7. Kubo.
Kubo, really?
I'm going for Kubo. Late? Yeah, it's that low. It's that low for me because I think in the whole animated sense, I didn't get as much. Well, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as some of the others, like Paranorman and stuff. Like I wanted to. I didn't. I guess
I can understand like that.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the story structure and the animation because I'm always just very much impressed by it. But yet it didn't strike me as one of Lakey's. Is it Lakey? Leica's great movies. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw like Monster House, Paranorman.
They didn't do Monster House.
They did not do Monster House. Okay, but it was like
it's Coraline, Paranorman, Box Trolls.
Oh, even Box Trolls, I found a little bit more. I was impressed a little bit more by Box Trolls than this one. But yet you could tell the production on this one was more. They went more into like some great detail and great and exercise great like just like expertise and just construction of the actual film, of the set design and all that stuff was just beautiful. But I enjoyed it enough. Maybe I think I might need a second run. I wish I would have watched that one twice.
Yeah.
Then I probably would rank it higher just so I can, get more into the story of it, but it was good.
It'll come up for me soon. Because my number 7's Ghostbusters.
Okay, there you go.
That's my other blockbuster on my list.
Yeah.
It was the other big film that was supposed to come out this year. And I went in with not low expectations with Ghostbusters personally. I went in with high hopes. It met my expectations of I was going in that I know fully knowing it wasn't going to be filmed like a horror movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to feel like the old Ghostbusters. They're doing their own take on it. And it's a comedy, and it filled me with a lot of giggles.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy really stuck out. Everyone really gave a really good performance. Melissa McCarthy, actually, now that I think about it, she was probably one of the weaker ones, her and Kristen Wiig, but I think Holtzman and why am I forgetting her name?
Kristen.
What?
Who?
No, the black
Leslie
lady.
Jones?
Yes, Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Those two just really stuck out with me, and I really enjoyed them. And everyone, I heard a lot of people hating on Hemsworth, but Hemsworth made me laugh.
He was fun. I enjoyed the Hemsworth.
I keep telling people he wasn't acting; he was just being natural.
He was having fun.
I don't like Chris Hemsworth, if you don't know.
Just like I said, like they're having fun. They were having fun in that movie, and I was in on it. You know? I was able to be in on it, so I enjoyed that. And plus, that third act really sold me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it didn't have that emotional bereft in the third act, introduced into the third act, and plus the action of the third act, would have just totally just failed for me because because they needed something to save it because it was just kind of like hanging there in the second act. It was just like, okay, what are we gonna do with this now? But then they took it to a level and they actually amped it up, and that really helped it end on a high note for me. But yeah, and Melissa McCarthy, I believe that she toned it down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
She really toned it down.
She toned it down.
But she still gave some really good line reads,
Oh, definitely.
Early on, she was really funny.
Uh-huh.
She played off of Kristen Wiig really well, but...
as always, they're
but
very
I didn't think
familiar
Kristen
with
Wiig
one
played
another.
well. I mean, she did all right. This is probably my favorite movie with her in it, but because I'm not a huge fan of her.
Yeah, what was that? Episode 47.
Something like that.
You talked about the Ghostbusters, so you can go and check that out as well if you want to hear more about what we thought about the Ghostbusters. Okay, so I have Sausage Party as number 6.
That's a little higher ranked for me.
Really?
Yeah.
A little higher?
Yeah. No. I'm saying that's higher ranked for me.
Oh,
Sausage
okay.
Party.
Oh, really? Yeah, because you didn't put it on the list.
No, it is on the list. No, higher ranked means it's.
It's like,
one.
okay, I got you. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it enough. You know what I'm saying? It's
it
one
was
of those.
No, this is the end. For you.
No, it was. I didn't really come out like really chuckling because it hit me later on.
Yeah,
as I said,
this is the end hit you, but you were filled with giggles with this is the end, but you didn't know if you liked it until I didn't
know. It's like and plus I was a little bit. I think thrown off by the animation just because it's like, this is so weird.
You're right.
It's like if I was tripping on something, it would have been dope. I thought this, because it serves well for a good drug-induced movie watch, in my opinion. So like, Alice in Wonderland or something, but because he's like, food is talking, that would be kind of trippy to like actually watch on something if you were high.
On bath salts.
You would have to be, or bath salt. You have to be high on something. You're not drunk or anything, but I think high, like on a drug, to get that psychedelic effect of like actually hearing and watching food on screen do what they were doing, But I enjoyed it enough because like it hit me afterwards. I'm like, wow, this is very clever. It's just a clever movie all in all. The execution of it and the actual, just the concept, the creation of the actually delve into the concept of it and the conceptual delivery, let's put it like that, of this thing where they just basically took everything that's offensive and everything that they want to talk about religion, about politics and all that stuff constructed within the world of food. It was freaking in a supermarket. It was awesome, man. It was like oh my goodness. I tell you, if you like just thrown off by the movie, or if you just didn't get it that first time, just sit around or watch it again, or just think about it, or just read the news or read anything.
Just go over it in your head.
Go over it in your head.
It's one of those ones that it dwells in your head for a couple days and you're like, this is getting better and better.
You would, realize how much of a good movie it is.
Really is. All right, my number 6, which you might be surprised because I said I didn't like it before. Pop Star, Never Stop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I started liking it, like kind of like what's it called with Sausage Party. Like I liked it immediately, but then started liking it more with Pop Star. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
but like I had to go in there every now and then and check on the sound and stuff.
Yeah,
and I would laugh and be like, you know what, this is good in bits. I don't think it's good as a whole movie, but as in parts, it's really freaking funny.
Gotcha. Yeah,
the music is really wonderful. Yeah. It's Lonely Island. You're going in to see a Lonely Island movie. You're getting awesome music. You're getting really good, funny moments. But I think it really is this is Spinal Tap of our age.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
the parody of the Pop Star and how it's become this, we're so big, I can't be touched. I can make any music and you guys can't do nothing. Oh, my music sucks. Oh, people are still going to come to my concerts. And stuff like that. The untouchable kind of figure. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought this is really the Spinal Tap of this year.
Interesting. Okay, yeah.
Of this generation.
Do you think that's what they were going for?
They were most definitely going for that. They were most definitely going for that.
No doubt whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They were going for that.
This is what they wanted to do. Okay. Didn't see that one. Yeah. It was... Are you surprised by how short of a run it had in theaters?
No,
first run?
I'm not surprised at all.
Really?
Lonely Island was popular how many years ago?
Well, 10. Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years ago. They've lost their buzz. They're not as popular as they once were. Maybe if they released, maybe during the beginning of the year, they started releasing a couple songs and being like, yo, check out our movie, on SNL and getting like a bit more hype for it. Yeah. Instead of doing it like the month of the movie, they should have done a couple songs before. Yeah,
I would have thought they would have led up to it, just show it up here or there and different things, do YouTube videos. And then really get the viral sensation. Yes.
Get more people in the seats by advertising it better and longer. They barely started advertising it 2 months ahead. Like, I mean, that worked for like 10 Cloverfield Lane because it's a mystery movie, but this is a comedy. You need to get the buzz out, and the buzz was not out for this movie.
No, it's like, it felt like a lot of people didn't know about it.
Exactly.
And that sucks because that's what you need, that audience. Do you think I think maybe what hurt it too was like college crowds. Yeah. Or because they were dispersing, they were graduating. And usually, let's say if you opened it up like early April.
It could have been a good April or maybe even March release.
Yeah, exactly. I think too, you would have that college crowd.
Yep.
But towards May, that middle May, when it opened up.
You're going for like you're trying to fight up against, the actual blockbusters.
Yeah.
And you're just this little movie that's being like,
the little movie that couldn't, apparently.
And it's going to have a cult following. This is one that's going to have a cult following.
Later on, after. Did they go to release yet? On VOD?
I think I
thought I saw it.
I'm pretty sure it has. If it hasn't, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 6.
Okay. My number 5 is Finding Dory.
Oh my gosh, that's my number 5.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so we can share this with our number 5.
I was hoping at least one of them would be together.
Coincide like that. Yeah.
I'm happy it's Dory.
I love Dory, man, because
it was really sweet,
Right. I just think about it because it's just one of those things people are like, oh, it wasn't as good of a story. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was a great story.
It was a great story, and I think it had better characters almost. I like the characters more in this one than in Finding Nemo personally. Because you got to know the octopus, Hank. I fell in love with Hank because Ed O'Neill. I mean, you can't hate on Ed O'Neill. He's one of my favorite actors, and hearing him as an octopus just worked. As a very sour octopus.
Yes, just sourpuss, basically.
He was a sourpuss.
He's a sourpuss.
That's the end of the show.
I didn't even mean that. It just came out. So
that's
I didn't
good. It worked. I went with sour octopus because I like those candies.
Sour octopuses, yeah. Well, they are pretty good.
Those are probably my favorite.
It tastes like all the other damn sour candies.
I don't care, but you got octopus.
It's just octopus.
Exactly.
My thing is with the storyline is that, it really struck me as something powerful that they were saying. It's like, because you start out the movie with her just being instructed all the time. They had to look at her and like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? They had to remind her. But my thing is like, how can you move forward into the future if you don't know your past? And that, they say that a lot. There's a saying, there's a lot of quotes and stuff out there. And for Dory, it really thought that I'm like, how could this person become a strong individual if she didn't know where she came from? And so I thought that was a very important storyline or plot device to use for her character, for the evolution of this character, because, even if you don't make another movie, that Dory's all right. And that's the only thing I wanted to see, that Dory would be okay when she went out on her own. That's why that last scene was so powerful. She's just wandering out. She looks like she doesn't know where she's going, but she finally knows, like, okay, she understood that, okay, if I do this now, this will happen. There was repercussions. She knew, because before she just couldn't remember. She would always ask someone. But this way, with her figuring out her past and understanding that she's been doing this all her life, it helped her. It's going to help her move on and become stronger and become an individual. Isn't it like that one movie where it was like a woman who had like that kind of thing, but it was like the husband actually drugging her or something? I can't remember.
But it's kind of like that.
What lies beneath? No, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what really struck me about it. And that's why I just loved it so much. I'm like, wow, you know, because at least they help tie up her character, even if they don't want to, which they shouldn't make another.
Yeah,
you know,
I think they're good at where they're at. There's really nowhere to go from here.
You know, you could do side character movies, I think, you know, for like,
we need a Hank movie.
Or like the other people from the pond. I mean,
everyone's all like, I want Gerald. It's like he's
tank
literally
way
an
back in the
idiot
day.
seal.
Yeah.
There's no point. You can't do anything.
You can't do it. Yeah, he's just, I can see him in a short.
Right, exactly.
That'd be nice, you know, create a short or something. That'd be adorable just because he's just that silly and goofy, especially at the end. I watched the end credits finally.
Yeah,
I didn't stick around. I don't believe
I stuck around
the first time. And so, you know, you see all the first characters from the first movie floating in bags around that marina, and then they get swooped up, and then, you know, Gerald.
Even though they should be dead.
Yeah, Gerald comes back and he's like, you know, just behind like the two other walruses looking like a fool. So
you say walruses?
Seals, sorry. So yeah, I thought that was very adorable, and I'm
just saying
me.
Though, the biggest disappointment with the movie though, they didn't get Seal to play a seal.
No, that would have been kind of cool though, right?
Yeah, right?
A singing seal,
right?
Like sitting on the
Put
road.
Seal
He's
on
just romancy stuff. People,
if Popstar never stopping had Seal, why couldn't Finding Dory?
That's true, right? I could see a seal as a seal. That would have been awesome. Seal would have been cool. That would have been cool. That would have been cool.
I was about to say,
they didn't put you on the staff.
Seals are, you know, man whores to say, you know, and Seal kind of has that, you know, kind of charm to him.
Yeah, no, he does.
Stuff. He could have been a good
sing the pants off of you.
But yeah, for me, Finding Dory, it was all about the characters. Like, I just fell in love with everybody. I didn't really have anyone I didn't like in it, you know? I mean, I felt that Nemo and Merlin were kind of pointless to be there.
They were pointless.
They were, like, they didn't really add anything to the story. But it was nice to have them for, like, They had a weak B story.
Yeah.
You know?
True. Yes.
The main story really overshadowed it, and all the characters from that one were way better. But you know what? They had good interactions with singled out characters. Because they met the seals. They met the clam, who lives by himself, who's blind, and found out that, what's it called? Something has eyes. Mussels or something? Scallops have eyes.
Yeah.
And that was just, you know, just funny little things.
Just funny, yeah. But
So,
yeah.
But past that, you
Good
know,
flick.
It was a fun movie. Good for the kids, good for the family, good for everyone.
Yeah. I was trying to sit there and debate whether I liked that movie better than the first one. I was like really sitting there think like, wow,
It's been so long since I've seen the first one.
Yeah, so it kind of like,
and I kind of want to see like one better, after another. I think
they do play well off of each other. I think so, in my opinion,
because it just has a for the first one, it has a better reasoning for, you know, the actions. You know, son got kidnapped, got to go save him. But at the same time, it's kind of a weak filler in between. You know, it's got a good reason, but it's kind of like rethinking it all. It's kind of just.
Yeah.
You know, it's just happenings through the sea.
Yeah. It's just, it was just one of those cause and effect movies.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a cause or something happened, then there was an effect to it. So, but that drove the storyline. But this one is like a lot of like, it was a little decisive, a little bit more like, oh, I have to figure this out. You know, it was like, the causes never really actually led to an effect. It was just like, okay, I have to do this and figure out why, and then make that thing happen and cause it to happen so that you could, I don't know. So certain dilemmas or what do you call that story or what is it? Leaning? Shit, I can't think of it. Okay, whatever.
Eat the clown nose.
It's just so that like, you know, whatever thing that was supposed to happen. You know, the occurrences. You know, they were caused by something. I guess I don't know what the hell I'm saying. So let's go on to.
No, we won't. No. Let's make our listeners wait. Let's do this, that, or the other, and finish off with the top 4. No, I'm not going to be a dick.
Okay. We can do that in editing.
That'd be great, though. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it in editing.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do that.
All right.
Hey, now, this, that, and the other. Or we can, no, because then we might get like too lost. Okay. So my 4th one would be Neon Demon.
I didn't get to see that one. I really wanted to see it.
Came out very art house, I would say. That's what I was like always looking for that one thing to say about this movie, but it was very art house, and you could tell that it's like if the director was like sitting there jacking off at this movie and he just like kind of spewed it onto like the film, onto the screen. That's what it would be, because he's basically taken like a lot of it. They really gave him like artistic licensing on this and said like, okay, if you envision it, you make it. And it just reminded me of some of those older films or these impressionist, those art films that you would see display like during, when Warhol was doing them and stuff like that. And during that time where they just took colors and the story didn't have to be as strong, but they just took a concept and then they related it differently to the screen. I mean, displayed it differently on screen than like your regular movie would. It's kind of like, what's his name did in a movie that we were supposed to watch, The Man Who Came From
The Man Who Fell from Earth.
Who fell from Earth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like that. I forgot the director again. Yeah. But it's sort of like that where he's, when he switched over to those like space and those planet scenes, and it was very like kind of very artistic. And so this one was just like that, using a lot of 80s tropes. You can tell a lot of 80s stuff came in here. So it's like at the late beginning of the of the 80s, late 70s, that around that type of film, those types of films where they were like very much experimenting with how to film something and then display it in an artistic way. So I could have seen this film like in like a museum or something, like as so if you sat there, you just like a museum exhibit. So it's like, okay, at dinner, you have this and it's always playing. So you just go in, walk in. Man. Yeah, you just walk in and just sit down at any time and watch this film, because it's like be constantly on a loop, and then see like what you get from it. What reaction do you get from it? So, but yet, it's actually pretty good. And Elle Fanning was fantastic. And you had this creepy ass fucking Keanu Reeves and
I don't recognize the number, so I ain't answering.
Okay, you had this like creepy ass like Keanu Reeves playing like this landlord, this hotel guy, like not landlord, but what do you call hotel manager? And he's just like creepy dude. But and then you had this weird sense. You had a lot of weird things in there. You had these models, these sadistic models, but yet you think it's I don't know, very good about in it. And he was able to. It's just like Drive.
Yeah,
he's able to capture. I forgot the director. Maybe we'll put that in. I didn't do research on that. He was able to capture the LA scene. A lot of it is based on LA. And then you think about LA and beauty and models and all this. And so he was able to incorporate all these different elements, and, the jealousy, the misogynism, the abuse of some sorts, from some directors and some photographers, and how sometimes that's how you get beauty out, by making people uncomfortable. And, so yeah, I was able to. I was like glad that I watched it. It was pretty cool. So very artistic. I say you should watch it. It's a beautiful film.
It's on my to watch.
It's a beautiful film, I would say. You might. It's one of those too. Like you walk away, it's like, the hell I was watching. But then if you think about it, it's like, oh damn, that was beautiful.
That was one that was only there for like a week, right?
Yeah, only another. Every time we get the art house flicks, it's like for a week. It's like, come on, give it like at least one more. Right. Just one more, maybe 2 weeks, boom, done. But yet it was in the midst of the summer. And so, your spots are, pretty much, if you don't do well, you're getting booted out. Pretty much, you have to like bring in a crowd.
And it came out during like, gosh, was that June?
Early. Yeah. It was like early June, maybe, or late May.
It was like around the Finding Dory area, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. It was somewhere around there.
All right. So my number 4 is also a very art house flick. Sausage Party. It's a very avant-garde film about one sausage's journey to find himself.
Find the truth.
Find the truth.
Oh man, think about this. God, people.
Godlike our people. The only animated film that I can think of that is going to give you an existential crisis. Because honestly, it made me keep thinking about that kind of stuff, and I'm like, Jesus, it's true, people just taking everything and just adding things in. I love the juice, man. Why are they saying that? That's all I'm going to say.
It's so stupid.
But it's
So
played
clever.
for laughs, but played creatively. You know, it's just a fun movie that'll just that'll give me the giggles just like that. You know, I was looking forward to this movie, met my expectations, ended with a Stargate joke. And, or as I texted Jerry, this movie ends with a fucking Stargate joke. But yeah, you know,
we already spoke about that, so
Yeah,
I can't say anything else.
I just loved it. You know, it was just everything I wanted.
I can see it up there being that high. If I could justify it, I would have. But you know, but yeah,
I just thought it made me think more than any other stoner movie.
yeah,
You know, it's a movie that makes you
It
think.
wasn't like Pineapple Express or anything.
Yeah, this is a movie that for almost a week I kept on dwelling and just going through my mind of like, this is a genius movie
This
for
is
what it's worth.
freaking genius.
And it has no right to be because it's called Sausage Party
Exactly.
and it's about talking hot dogs and stuff, talking food.
Yeah,
But hey, you know,
it worked.
It worked and it was awesome and I did not expect it at all.
Mm-hmm. No, me neither.
You know?
I never did. I didn't think it would affect me in that way, mannerism afterwards. You know, it's like I didn't think I would have an afterthought about this movie. I just thought I'd watch this shit and then just go about my business. But then it's like, oh, the light opened up. It's like, damn, this is freaking genius. It's like if I had like one of those scenes where I was just like happened to be standing under a light bulb and it's like click. Oh, that's
someone turns it on.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's how it happened. That's how it would happen with me. It's just like, oh, you know, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we going into?
Number
3, Suicide Squad, man.
Yeah.
You know, you knew I was gonna put that
I knew it
up
was
there
going to be pretty high.
high.
For you, yeah.
I do seriously to this point, people, and that's episode something else. 48,
48.
yeah,
47, 48. 48 is 48.
48, yeah,
47 was Ghostbusters?
yeah. Episode 48 is on Ghostbusters 747. But yeah, seriously, every time I go into this movie, I smile. I just love it. And every time for some odd reason, I just love Margot Robbie now as my Harley Quinn. She's just so perfect in that role. I just know that they could have done more. And I'm in love with this Joker character and this Harley Quinn. I really am. I tell you, I love my Jared Leto. He
was my only real big problem with the movie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've got like a couple big problems, but he was my biggest problem with it.
I just think there was so much more there that they did not explore. But yet this movie, it gave me summer. It gave me some stuff. It gave me ridiculousness. It gave me some flawed, but yet I was able to sit there and I just enjoyed the movie. Now, and then, every summer you have one of those movies, in my opinion, like that you can just sit through and you know it's a blockbuster, you know it's going to be crap, but yet you sat through and you enjoyed it. And that's a summer movie for me because they're not going to be fantastic. You know, Independence Day wasn't a fantastically unflawed movie. Air Armageddon was not a fantastically unflawed movie. Freaking Con Air, none of those were successfully unflawed. You know, they all had their, Bad Boys and stuff. You know, they all had their.
Stop saying Michael Bay movies.
Sorry, they keep coming to mind because those are my summer. Michael Bay movies define my summer for a long time. Okay, let's say Terminator. Terminator back in the day 2 when that came out wasn't exactly a great movie, but it was a great summer movie. Matrix. But they started out in summer, but then they took that to no.
I have
the
no
first
clue
one,
what
the first two I think opened up.
As I say,
no, they were summer
watched it
movies,
on
and then they
VHS.
went to the flawed.
Like everyone else, I watched Matrix on VHS.
Yeah. They started out in the summer releases, and then they went like when they started doing 1-2s, and they had they had to go to but they went to like November and then released in the summer. So, yeah. So I love that movie. So you can go like hear me gush about that, but I really
don't nitpick it. Everybody nitpicks that.
No.
Suicide Squad.
I'm
so sick of people nitpicking it.
You can't nitpick a summer movie, in my opinion. Now, November movies, when you have movies that's supposed to be the best thing ever
Oscar
to
bait,
release,
you got your Oscar bait.
Then that's when you nitpick.
No, Oscar bait's already started. High Water is like the first Oscar bait.
La La Land.
I don't want to call it Oscar bait because it actually seems like a legit movie comparatively.
In Between the Sea, In Between Us, so that one with
The Light Between Oceans. I ain't gonna.
No, Light Between Us.
That ain't gonna. That's got like real bad reviews.
Really? Oh, okay. Cool.
I think Sully's a big
just
Oscar
the way
bait
they,
it's Clint Eastwood, Tom Hanks, and it's a biopic.
And that's all you need.
That is the three most stereotypical Oscar bait things.
Y'all, you know it is. So it's just kind of like, okay, let's get over it.
I hope it sucks so Clint Eastwood can stop directing. I'm tired of Clint Eastwood. I'm so tired of him. He used to be so cool.
I know.
And then he opened his mouth.
Damn it, man. Yeah. I like me some Clint, but damn, Clint. Just shut up and direct movies, man. Just make movies, bro.
Make more Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo?
Yeah, Gran Torino.
But I was saying
that damn film, man.
It's a fantastic movie.
It made you hate his ass, but yet it was great. It's a good film.
I was about to say the only
coming off the heels of like $1 Million Baby, good film.
Freaking amazing movie,
right? You know? It like Gran Torino like really captures like, oh wow, this is
now all he's doing is really Oscar baiting, you know. That's all he's really doing.
You think? Yeah.
Because what was the last one that he made? It was like really lame. Shit. And like didn't even warrant like even getting nominated.
Yeah, I can't even.
But it was like so obvious Oscar bait.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but
it's gonna bother me.
I can't think about it.
But my number 3, we're on number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah.
You know, I love Laika. They can do no wrong in my eyes, and they haven't done any wrong in my eyes. And this one, I'll admit, I enjoyed Paranorman the most out of all their movies, but this one's my second favorite one, I think.
Nice.
You know, this one, they've been working on it for 4 years, and you can tell all the attention to detail and all the little things, and it's such a beautifully crafted story. Yeah. And with such a huge world that you barely even get to see, but it's so wonderful. You know, you don't need to know about every little thing in this because it gives you all you need. You know?
True. I understand that.
It was just gorgeous. One of my biggest things I didn't like about it, though, don't look at their mouths when they talk.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow sometimes. Yes.
No, when it looks so awkward and like real bad. I'm like, I think they started like doing something different with their mouths.
Yeah.
I might need to rewatch Paranorman to see if that was like that in there.
It was the same. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think there is
They've
always
had kind of a problem.
I think it's always with those movies, but yet you got to think they have to every
little thing,
every frame. You're not going to catch everything. So a lot of it,
early on,
I just tack it up to the art, that it was used. I was
like, once you got to like when Monkey was talking, that looked great. That didn't look weird. It's when it was normal humans talking.
Yeah, okay, I do feel you on that one because the Monkey one did not bother me as much, but yet the human didn't bother me. But I noticed it. I really did.
But you know, it's just a beautiful flick. Hey, I teared up a little bit. You know, I didn't like cry, but I teared up.
And I think that's kind of a little bit what kind of pissed me off because I didn't, and I wanted to.
Yeah,
I kind of really wanted that.
Once you got to
I really wanted that feeling, but I just didn't.
Once you got to that emotional, almost climax, you know, it got to me. You know,
I was just so mad that I didn't feel that. You know, so I really was. You know, I was embracing.
My big problem, though, I think. I was getting really emotional during the When a Monster Calls trailer.
Oh, really?
That trailer made me go, oh my God, I know that feeling.
Really? Yeah. I haven't watched that trailer.
Avoid that trailer and watch the movie.
Really?
It looks really freaking good.
Okay.
Liam Neeson plays a monster. Next month, I think. I want to say October.
Is it October? Okay.
I want to say it's an October one.
Yeah.
It might be I think it's October.
All right. Then.
It's a monster. I hope it's October. But yeah, Kubo. Strongly recommend it. I wish I watched it in 3D.
I dig you.
Yeah.
It's all right in 3D. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good in 3D. Wasn't great, but
I
hardly
think
any movies
doesn't do. They do good things in 3D, but they don't do the best in 3D.
No, yeah.
I still think like DreamWorks has like the best 3D.
Definitely.
And then,
I agree with you there.
What's it called? The people who do Secret Life of Pets and those Minions and stuff, they do really good gimmicky
Illumination?
3D. Illumination. I don't like their movies all that much, but their 3D's really good.
Yeah,
they do really good. Whoa, kind of shit. And I love that. I love gimmicks.
Gotcha. I kind of hate them sometimes, but
I like the gimmicks, but I hate them.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, to Civil War.
That's not even on my list. I'm just gonna say it.
Really?
I already said I'm not a big fan of Civil War. I have huge problems that aren't nitpicky about this movie. I just have too many problems with it.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah. I had to put it up there because out of my list, there was no other number one to put up there. So it would have been that one just based on the fact that what's his name was fucking awesome. The introduction of the characters that they have, the side characters, the new characters that are coming in. Spider-Man I kind of could have did a little bit without because I knew
it felt like too much with Spider-Man.
I knew
we could have lived with.
I knew what they were doing, but it's kind of like, okay, you didn't really need them necessarily.
It's like, boop,
but
there you go.
You know, you got to
one side just needed another bug guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They heard they got Ant-Man. They're like, oh shit, we need to get some. What can trump an ant? Spiders.
But you just have to give them for what it's worth. Like, you know, they're continuing this universe, and the execution of it is very good. You know, they're able to keep your interest in these characters. And the introduction of Black Panther, I got to give it to him. It was freaking beautiful, and I can't wait to actually
I just
see.
think it still has all the problems like all the other Avenger movies have with it. There's just too many characters, and I can't give a damn.
I understand there's too many characters. Yeah,
I just can't
give a damn about Bucky and Cap.
No,
like,
and everyone being like, oh, they're married now.
Yeah, and I did hate coming off of what's his name, Batman versus Superman, that we have another revenge plot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very unfortunate for them to actually explore that. It's like, okay, well, your mom died too, and now you're angry. It's like, what the hell? Are we all reading each other's stuff? And we just thought, okay, I'm gonna try to run
scripts
up you.
Get passed around.
Oh no, you're right. No, that's how we usually see like a lot of.
That's how we get a lot of Shane
things.
Black movies.
Yeah, yeah. That are not Shane Black, but like a replica of Shane Black. They
like morph it and change it, and it's no longer the same.
So
don't mess with the Shane.
So I'll put that up there because I did really kind of just enjoy it for what it's worth. Because it was summer movie, and as far as blockbusters is concerned, it
did its job as a blockbuster.
You know,
without
that's your blockbuster. You know, it defines the blockbuster in my you know. So
I think it did well for what it's worth.
Yeah,
but like. I just have too many problems with it.
Gotcha.
I
definitely.
In the end, I enjoyed Suicide Squad more.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I mean, why do you think Suicide Squad was 10?
Yeah,
I'd
that's
say
true.
Civil War was probably a close.
Actually made the list at least.
I know, right? Suicide Squad was like, Captain America was probably like 11 or 12.
Yeah,
me, you know.
Okay.
Like, all right. So my number 2, right? We're on number 2. I forgot.
Yes, sir.
Green Room. I had to go with Green Room.
Yeah.
It technically almost isn't one. But it got its wide release during the summer, so I'm counting it.
I was going to put it as my number 3, but I hadn't seen it, but I was going to put it up there anyway because I know it's awesome. I really was.
This
I was like,
movie is everything I needed. It had punk, which we all love our punk.
Yep.
It had some fantastic music in there. It had some fantastic performances from everybody. Freaking not Nazi punks trying to hunt
Anton
down
Yelchin. You got Daisy from Old Girl from what's she called there?
Arrested Development.
Yeah, freaking Patrick Stewart. I'm sorry, I was about to say Sean Patrick Stewart, and I don't know why. So
Sean Patrick's in this?
Yeah, who just looks like an awesome villain. Freaking grew a goatee, right?
He grew a goatee, and he looked the part, played the part.
Damn it, T.
Everyone was just giving, like, I had goosebumps the whole movie.
I had it queued up because I wanted to watch it before this episode.
Yeah.
Just so that I could
put it on the list.
Put it on my list. I really did. So you might see some I'll make a blog post. You might see something like that on there where I change some shit up, but because I really want to watch it, I have it queued up. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow night I'll be able to watch it. But you know, because these guys have recommended it to say watch it, and I just didn't. You know, and I just kicking
love bloody, disgusting movies.
But
like this.
You know what I'm saying, for that. So
I know. Kind of like what I just watched with 31. I just like bloody, gory movies.
Yeah. You've always been a cinephile for the horrors. Yeah. Man.
And this was a thriller for sure.
Thriller. Okay. Yeah.
But this one kept me on the edge of my seat.
Really?
Like, I literally was like, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
What's going to do it?
You know, who's going to die? What's going to kill him? What is going to happen with this movie? And, oh man, I was just pumped throughout the whole thing.
I got you. I feel you.
Like, I don't see. There's only been 2 movies this summer that made me have different emotions, and my number 1 is that other one.
I am so mad that I didn't see that, but I will. I promise you, sir, I will watch that one at least.
Yeah.
So number one.
Wait. We gotta pump out number one. Number one.
That's dubstep, y'all.
I've been playing Saints Row 4, playing with the dubstep gun. So yeah, I've been listening to, because what's it called? You attack them with literal dubstep.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it just wubs them to death.
It's a whoop, 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 whoop.
Like they made their own.
It's like a ray gun. Like it's like a ray gun. Like it pumps out
it pumps out the
the radio waves or whatever.
and like you can upgrade it to have explosive
seismic
wubs.
wave. What is it called?
It's like seismic waves.
Seismic waves. Yeah, it's like fucking Aquaman.
Yeah.
In Justice League. Like,
Except with dubstep and
dubstep.
killing people.
You should do like a little thing, take a video of that, and just put dubstep to it, to Aquaman, Justice League doing it.
Just change all his stuff into dubstep.
Yeah, just click. You have to do like fast clip.
And the fish just run away instead of going towards him. They're like, we don't want this.
Finding Dory in it somehow. She's like,
what is that noise?
She's like looking around like.
Bam, there we go. All right, number one, Jerry.
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. I still haven't seen it. And yeah, I know.
Seriously, at the beginning of the summer when this movie came out, after I watched like Civil War and all that stuff, I was like, this is my favorite movie of the summer and nothing else will come out to surpass it. So
hey, that's what I said about my number one too.
I said that. And man, seriously, just, we got an episode on this one too, shit. But perfect, just the perfect
I'm just so
crime.
I still haven't seen it.
I know, right? The perfect crime noir for me, it's, they were able to add just comical characters who are lovable, and Shane Black is just his writing style is just so.
I love that I bring up Shane Black. And
it's just right.
I had a feeling your number one would have been this. Yeah.
It's just, he just knows how to write characters for me that relate to me, in my opinion. His relationship to his characters and how they relate to one another. He got that buddy comedy thing down. He has it down because these two, even with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe, sometimes you think like he's just dialing it in on certain things, but he was there. He was like toe to toe.
When he's in like Ridley Scott films, it almost feels like he's dialing it in now. Later ones, like after Gladiator,
it's like Robin Hood and all that stuff. It's kind of like, ugh, he's just, what are you doing?
Come on, Ridley, you can get him.
Bring a little something. Yeah,
yeah. Gladiator.
You can tell him something. You don't have to be scared of him. Just direct.
I'd be scared of him though.
Oh fuck yeah. He'll probably throw something at you.
He'll punch you.
Yeah, he's a fucking Aussie.
Exactly.
He's a violent Aussie too. Have you seen Romper Topper?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I haven't. All right, so I just saw clips of it.
Punch people.
He's been known to be short tempered as well.
Oh yeah, he's very short tempered.
He's very one of those like, what is that? It's a B word. It's like
bastard.
No, he's like something that exemplifies a man's masculinity, but it starts burly. It's almost brutish. He's very brutish. He has that type of aura around him. But yet in this movie, he played like what? He played like someone who executes. What's Deadpool? What does he do?
Break the fourth wall.
He's kind of like a hitman, not a hitman. He's a muscle man. He's a strong man. He's a strong man. Okay. He's sent to make you stop whatever you're doing without having to kill you. But he'll go and beat you up.
He's a strong arm.
Yeah, he's a strong arm. And he plays that in there, but he plays a lovable strong arm after he meets like Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is this bumbling private detective, and oh my God, the way these character actors, like Ryan Gosling and stuff, they're so perfect in their craft, man. And this movie and Shane Black, all of them just made this perfect for me. I could watch this like over and over again. It's like Lethal Weapon for me. I could just sit there and watch this movie, just listen to the dialogue. It's like Iron Man 3. You can just listen to the dialogue with him. He very much plays it well. He knows how to write buddy movies, Has he made a movie with a single character? Like not having to play off another individual? Even Last Boy Scout.
I was going to say, even that. I mean, maybe Predator will. I doubt it, though. They'll have a team. There'll be a team.
Yeah, no. Now you got like more voices you can play with. So, but yet, I recommend this movie.
I can't wait for Predator.
Definitely, you guys. That was my number one movie of this summer, most likely of the year, because everything's been shit. That and then Deadpool. Sorry. No, go ahead.
All right. Number one. Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, I knew that was a good. See, that's like
We were so obvious.
These
with
were
each
the
other.
ones that we wanted, like going into the summer. The ones that we really wanted to see. So it's like they didn't fail.
Gave us what
they
we
gave
wanted.
us what we wanted.
You know, Swiss Army Man is the best duo since ever.
No, it's not. It doesn't trump.
Isn't
my
it funny?
Nice
Our
Guys.
number ones are about duos.
Duo movies like buddy
who
buddy
play
movies.
off of each other really well.
Yeah.
But they're completely different movies.
Yeah, totally different.
You know,
yeah.
mine's just one man survival with another dead body.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't even know where to start with Swiss Army Man. Whether it's the relationship between Daniel Radcliffe and Daniel... Oh, why am I forgetting his name? I was going to say Daniel Stern, and that is not right.
No, that's not right.
Isn't that...
That's Dan. Oh, shoot.
Oh, gosh.
I see his name on the poster.
I know, right? I see it too.
Paul Dano.
There we go. Paul Dano. Yeah, Paul Dano and Daniel
Sorry,
Radcliffe.
I got to take a minute there. It was too much brain activity. Okay, I'm good.
What was
I'm
it
good.
called?
I had to take a breath.
You know, those two.
Have you ever had that where you like thought so much?
The head rush.
And you just like, you thinking about it, and then you really have to take a breath afterwards. Like, it took so much, like, it's like Jean Grey and shit. And you're just like, oh, or like Professor X, and you thought so much, you used so much brain power that you just felt exhausted afterwards.
You gotta take that second. Take that breath.
Go ahead.
But yes, those two just playing off each other, one teaching the other about how life was, you know, since one's a corpse.
Yeah.
And just living off the woods. I don't know. This movie was so bizarre that it shouldn't have ever been made or even been released. But I'm so happy it was released.
Definitely.
There is no way
people liked it, man.
Oh, yeah.
When they opened up in that festival.
If you go in thinking this is a dumb farting corpse movie, that's all it's going to be. But if you go in thinking this is going to be a really good buddy film, you're getting a fantastic buddy film.
It's like Marley and Me.
Yep. It's just like Marley and Me. Just like
gonna make you cry like that shit.
Timon and Pumbaa. Just like Lion King,
Timon
1.5.
and Pumbaa, yeah, 1.5.
Do you remember that crap?
Yeah, I remember that. This is ridiculous. Like, wow, Disney really trying to make money. That was when Disney.
That was like.
That's when they were trying to make money. That was
like 2000s when they tried to make all those weird sequels.
Yeah, now they don't have to.
Yeah, they don't gotta do that.
They don't give a damn. They're like, we're gonna make what the hell we want. We're gonna
You know,
put it in a movie theater.
This is the best buddy flick since Fox and the Hound.
Yeah. You know what I wish? I wish Zootopia was up there in summer movie.
Right? Oh, but it would have been. It would have been like
March, number
right?
2.
Right? It probably would have been real high.
Awesome, but go ahead.
Fantastic.
Because it's on DVD now, so
oh my god. Pick up Zootopia on DVD.
Definitely watch it over and over.
Get it on Blu-ray, DVD set. Only $29.99 at
it's
everywhere.
Just as clever as like a Sausage Party, you know, just the environment that they're in.
It's like a Shane Black wrote a kid's movie. The social
structure. Yeah, what?
It's like a Shane Black kid movie. Right. That's what Zootopia is. Zootopia is
probably why I liked it so much.
Right? It felt like something like Shane Black would have done if he had to tone it down.
Oh, that'd have been awesome if he wrote one of those. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you know, Swiss Army Man, I can't explain why it's so good.
Yeah.
You have to just see it.
You have to
for
watch
yourself.
it. No, definitely. I think that's an experience that you have to.
It is.
You have to
an
encounter yourself. You know.
You know.
Yeah. To get your reaction. Don't read anyone else's reaction because this is so not absurd of a story, but you could say absurd. But what is that? Not opaque. It's another like offbeat, awkward story, but that deserves your own reaction. And a lot of these movies are that, you know, especially on the indie circuit. Mm-hmm. If you go in like Neon Demon, it's like, it's not going to appeal to the masses. That's why it wasn't released widely to like 1,400 screens or anything. But yeah, if you go in, you watch it yourself and you have an experience, that's the one that they want you to have, that experience, not everyone else's experience.
Exactly. And yeah.
Yeah,
just experience maybe Swiss Army.
Hopefully one day I'll be able to watch it. You know?
I'm gonna buy it. Yeah. I'm gonna force you to watch it
because I need to. Because he's been touting this, and it was in the theaters. How long? That's 2 weeks,
like
right?
2 weeks actually.
At least 2 weeks. Yeah, that one had a 2 week run.
It actually got
because I thought 1 week and everything was bouncing.
Technically, it felt like a week and a day because it only had like one screen, I think, for like the second week.
Yeah, it's just like one showing, right? Showing, it had a late night showing. It had like a 10:25 show of it, or was it a 10:25 in the morning?
It may have been
I
morning.
think
or
it
night.
was
It's one of
one
those
stupid.
two.
I think it wasn't supposed to be in the morning, but they put it in the morning. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be at night because it's a rated R film. And usually you place those in the evening, especially for a Swiss Army Man.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, all right. Well, that's been our top 10 summer movies of 2016.
Top 10.
Dun, 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 top 10. Top 10.
Summer flicks.
Top 10.
Top
Top
10
10.
summer
Top 10. Top 10.
summer
Top
flicks.
10.
Top 10.
Top 10. This has been your top 10 summer movies of 2016 presented by Talking with Burritos.